everyone, Kiwi here. Here's another video. Today we're going to working on the Camaro again, and we're going to put the seal in. So I wouldn't say this is the correct way of doing it. I'm not going to drain the diff. Sort of just going to use a bucket, sort of take it out fast, just chuck the seal in, sort of thingy. So that's what we're going to do today. Chuck the seal in. Hopefully it goes alright, hopefully it's the right seal. What I can measure, it looks like the right one. So yeah, we'll get into that. I'll open up the shop a bit, get the cars out, we'll get the hoist up and we'll get into it. So, oh, puppies came to visit. Thank you. Yeah, so as you can see in the background here, I've started rubbing it back last night at midnight. Some of the runs, and there's a fair bit of runs in this paint before. Pretty bumpy and stuff like that. As you can see on the bonnet, I started last night as well, sort of creating the blue paste car bonnet again. I'm just going to see what that looks like. I've just used paint. Gonna rub it back and age it a bit, but on the sides I'll be able to rub it back because it's actually underneath there a little bit. So that's another video. So we'll get into this diff seal. I'll lift the car up, get all that sorted, and we'll get into it. Yeah, so car's up. Still insane having a hoist, making my life a lot easier, especially with the stuff I've got going on, but actually move around and do stuff. So anyways, we'll get into it. So I'll take the uni joint off. We'll get underneath there now. Okay. So I had a bit of a shift around in the shed, keep myself sorted a bit. Yeah, so this is what we're doing today. As you can see here, leaking. This drive shaft's got a different setup where you can just sort of unbolt it there and then sort of separate it. Hopefully we'll see how we go. I've actually being the scissor jack, able to lift the rear end up as well, so I can get to the bolts a lot easier as well, which helps. So hopefully I don't have to remove the spar. I should get in there enough. So like I said, I'm not going to drain it, I'm just going to have a bucket sort of thing, try to do the quick swap sort of thing, and yeah, so we'll start getting that off. Okay, so the first thing with drive shafts, because they're balanced sort of set, it's probably not a biggie on this one because this doesn't have like a center joint in it, but I'll do it anyways. There's a mark the section, just get a bit of paint or paint pen. So pretty much mark your line. So you're putting it back to exactly where it was, sort of thing. then you can't go wrong that way. So. Someone's got the backfire tune on their car out there. You can hear that in the video. Sort of a normal thing around here. So now that that's in, get these bolts undone. Might be a bit interesting with this thing in the way. It's a massive setup, like she's probably about 200mm thick down to the point. And it's just like a massive brace bar. I've never seen anything like it before. It might pay to get it out of the way. Actually runs the bolts all the way through it too. Might pay to get it out of the way. We'll see how we go anyways. We'll have to remove that, so I'll get my tools on that. Unless this thing works. This thing works, wouldn't it? There we go, so that's out of the way. It's a massive sort of setup on this. So yeah, now that's out of the way. I think I'll just leave it like that. So now we'll get into these. So it's a wild setup with these when you think it's only 4 bolts that size holding the drive shaft. Like if you're giving it a fair bit, she's a lot. Spin this around. This. So what my plan was I was just going to jockey strap it up out of the way for now. We'll see if my plan works or not. Yeah, so that's up out of the way now. Didn't really want to pull that out up there, but cool. Up to the, take the yoke off. New 35mm bit. I think I'll try my best not to lose that one. Okay, so with this, get this ready. That's the seal there. So pretty much I'm wanting to pull that out. Oil will start coming out a little bit. Get this yoke out. So I didn't know how bad that seal was, so catch the with the seal, should just come out with a flathead screwdriver. I haven't done many of these before. I think it was an 80 series Land Cruiser and one of the patrols. I can't remember which one it was, but pretty much just get a screwdriver in there. Crank the side a little bit. Normally, well, I've had them just sort of pop out, but with this, I just gradually work it out. Okay. So as you can see, not much oil in this one anyway. It has been leaking for a while since it was delivered. So that's it there. It's the old one, and I'll push in the new one. I normally put a little bit of oil on the seal. Yeah, so this is the old seal. Took a bit to get out of there, mangled a little bit. Obviously I just used the flathead screwdriver and a hammer and gradually work it out. So this is the new one. New one there, that will go in. And what I do, normal rule of thumb, but I just put a little bit of oil on the seal, just so it seals in a bit, slides in a bit nicer. You're not breaking sort of stuff to do it. Push it in there, a little bit on there, and then what I just use just a rubber mallet, and you just tap it in evenly. A little bit harder to get in, maybe slightly a bit big. So that's where the oil helps a little bit as well. So now I'll put these back in, this back in. That back in there. And I'll set it to where I marked it so it's easier. Yep. So chuck your washers back on. Rattle it up. And then we'll put the drive shaft back on. Still can't get over these things, how they bolted on. It's obviously worked for years. Make sure that's straight. So I don't actually know the correct torque for these, but I will chuck the wrench on. Can't do it at the moment obviously because I'm on the phone recording, but I will Google up the torque settings. I don't know, I'm guessing maybe wouldn't be much being these small bolts, I don't think. But I'll do it the right way just in case. So yeah, I will check those, torque them up properly. So now we're back onto these, onto this. So put this back on there. Still can't get over how these mounts are on these things. They're very different. Just the way that whole brace is from the transmission brace back. I'm not sure what I've never driven one of these, or I haven't really got to drive this one yet. I'm not sure what the handling is like, but yeah. So I'd love to book this in for that does not sound good. I'll wipe that off before I do that. Yeah, I'd love to book this in for a full underneath clean by detailer. They'll definitely hate me for it, because as you can see by my hands, it's filthy under here. So much oil everywhere. I know it's probably like any other old car, but when you, even my old four-wheel drives and dirt and stuff like that, when it wasn't this bad. Definitely should just go get my spanner just to work. I like to smack myself in the face. Still got to fill up the diff. At least she won't leak now. So I thought I'd had diff oil, but I remembered that I used it in the old Hills hoist washing line a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. So I'll have to get some more for the diff, and then we'll be good. It's not going anywhere right now anyway. So we'll get on, fill that up. Might get some tomorrow. Could make it into the same video filling it up, but we'll see how it goes. A little bonus when you lose a tool and you're searching everywhere for it. I found more nuts for the Camaro, so that's a winner. I knew I had some lying around somewhere, so I'll clean those up and we'll be good to go. That's today. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Next video we'll be looking more at the paint sort of setup. So I have started. Long way to go, but that's sort of the beginning of it. I'll add in a bit more colour, sort of run it. Just going to have a bit of fun with it, see if I can make it look cool. If it doesn't, then I guess it's sanded back and ready for paint, I guess. Well, we'll have to sand it again and then ready for paint, but we're just going to have a bit of fun with it. You can see it blue up there too. We'll need a sand back. So that's both parts of the car now. And then this side as well. So this side's not as sanded yet. Kind of like it better not as sanded, but too late sort of thing. But yeah, So that's the plan with it. I'm heading in that direction for now. We'll see how it comes out and thing. So it is my sort of style. Like I like the rub back sort of rat roddy sort of style. I don't know, it's, yeah, something different you don't have to worry about. You go park in car parks and it is what it is. If someone dings it, just adds to the character, I'm guessing. Awesome. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.